please go to the party page, and it should say at the top like a checkbox, include your audio. Yep, that's the one. So I'm just going to very quickly click on my stream and make sure that everything's working. So I'm gonna ask you to talk in like 5 seconds, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, say something.
Hello.
Okay, we're good. Okay, sick. And I'm just gonna put the link into the stream chat because obviously usually it's not me. Here we go. Oh, never mind. Wheel's already done it. Okay, fantastic.
Lovely stuff.
Alright, there we go. Welcome everyone to the grand finale of the Tuesday division in WAOF1. We've got a very exciting looking championship here. James, after I believe a P4 in Jeddah last week, has overtaken Gunnar, I think taking the lead of the championship for the first time all season, with just one race to go. These two have been pretty much neck and neck the entire time. Of course, the Constructors has already been decided. VCarb have won it fairly handily, but it all rests on the Drivers' Championship tonight, of course. Wheel and Gunnar are the only two people with a chance of winning it. But it's effectively whoever finishes ahead tonight wins the championship, unless it's like 19th and 20th, in which case James would win. Okay.
On 9th and
just
10th.
Asked for an invite.
Is also possible in a scenario for James to win.
Is that true? Is he?
He's 2 points clear, so if Gunnar finishes 9th, James just needs the 1 point for 10th to win the title.
Okay. So you're looking at the. Do you know the
I'm looking at the standings as we speak.
The points.
466 is what James is on. 464 for Gunnar.
Yeah. But we have a weird point system here. Let me just check.
Well, then I take back what I said.
Here we go. Yeah. 9th. Yeah, no. 9th gets 12. 10th gets 11. You're right. Yep. So if Gunnar finishes ahead, James needs it to be the difference of 1 position from 9th or lower. Because I believe Gunnar's won more races, so if they end up level on points, he will be the champion.
Okay.
Also, we've just got a weather report for the race. Looks like it'll rain for like maybe the last 5-10 laps. That's what the forecast is saying. So
that's a classic Brazil finale.
Yeah, we could feel like we know what's happening, and then it all just kind of goes terribly wrong at the end. Kiernan says he can't get into the lobby, so I will see if I can invite him very quickly here. Let's see. There he is. Okay. And there we go. Okay. So who we got out first? Let me just pull up the track map.
Ben was the first one out. He started his flying lap with Akakev. Apologies if I butchered that second.
I always call him Akakev, but it's effectively AKA, right? But I've always called him that. Yeah, Ben on his first lap looks like he's so far being pretty cautious with it. Of course, a Q1 banker isn't where you want to be. Giving it your 100%. Ben, I think, the only guy here I haven't actually seen before. So his ability is a complete unknown to me. But the kind of lap times, Ollie, I hopped into the practice lobby with a few of them just to see what was going on. And the kind of lap times I would be expecting to be around pole in Q3, so obviously we'll be a good bit off that right now. Will be a mid, I'd say like a 107.5, 107.6 would probably be the kind of lap time we'd be expecting to be at the top of Q3. I did see 2 107.4s, but obviously no...
So Ben is quite some way off that, clearly taking it cautious on his anchor.
Yeah, it's his first Q1 lap. Chaos beats that with 109, yet of course Q1 is a good bit slower than Q3, just before there's any track evolution.
There is the other Aston Martin of Gaza out on
mediums, yeah. You probably think Gaza is a very, very quick driver, so I'd say he's pretty confident he can get through Q1 without major issue in the medium. There's Ryanair, the first of the, of course he's third in the championship. He's a decent way off 1 and 2. But
he's about 100 points back, but across the course of the season he is still on, so expect him to be able to compete in the race, and I'm sure he'll be wanting to help James out in his title hopes also.
Yeah, I saw evidence of them practicing a slipstream together in the case that they both get into Q3, which...
Well, given the gap, he doesn't seem to have given a Q1 time, but James is still going fastest.
No, there's no need for these two in Q1. They're definitely Q3 pace without too much issue. Here comes Gaza on the mediums.
Tolu behind, who probably did get a slipstream, finds his way up to third, which is rather impressive.
Yes, Tolu is, I think he joined late in the season. He's arguably the fastest man in the grid, to be honest. Avi Turrell is probably the fastest. Avi Turrell is probably the fastest right now, but I'd probably put Tolu as second track dependent, so that's no surprise there.
I would like to give a shout out to my friend Vati there, who is 2 seconds off the pace.
That's alright, Vati will be fine.
He is on a flying now though, so...
Yeah, maybe he's just doing a double out lap. You can only, in Brazil, because the tracks are short, the minimum fuel you can put in is like 3.7 laps.
Yeah.
So I think you'll be seeing a lot of double out laps in Q3 when it really matters for people to get it as...
Vati is also on the mediums though, so Gaza is good for him to track his time against in comparison to the likes of James and Ryan, who I can't imagine he will be challenging in Q1.
Yeah, let's see. Vati, he's invalidated that lap. We'll have a look at Whale now. He's had a really good sector 1, a 17.3. I think some of the best sector ones you see like a 17.1, so to be hitting that in Q3 is pretty damn good. Whale is another guy that's towards the top of this field. Wheel's quite track dependent. Sometimes if it's like in Australia you'll see him getting pole, and then sometimes you might see him struggling for Q3, but he seems pretty strong at Brazil. Let's have a look at the middle sector split. Coming along to the last corner, 52.2. I think that from memory that's pretty damn good. It looked like there's been no mistakes in this lap. So yeah, he's coming across the line now, final run. He's left 20 ERS for that. So yeah, it looks like a very tidy lap. That will get him through. Yeah, 108.2, no problem there for Whale. Let's have a look at Ozers now. He is Whale's teammate, the co-owner of the league with Whale, also a 17.2 in sector 1. Very good stuff from Ozers. On the run up to, I don't know any corner names. Do you know any corner names, Ollie? I think the last one
I know
Sorry, maybe?
a couple.
Good save from Ozers in that fast
I might be wrong.
Yeah.
I think 4 is the Cedar de Lago, but I may be wrong.
Oh, Senna S's is the first chicane.
The Senna S's are the first 3. Yeah.
That's true. Here's Gainer now. Gainer started his first lap. Of course, the other title contender with James. Probably would do something mentally if he's able to just, even on his Q1 run, just prove that he's quicker than him, Just be able to set down a lap that maybe beats it by 2-3 tenths. That, of course, would, maybe
the psychological advantage of some may say back in the day.
Yeah, back in Malaysia, wasn't it? In F1 2015 in the YouTuber Championship?
I don't know if it was Malaysia, I can't remember.
Wasn't it Ben, do you have damage?
Damage do you have done?
Yeah, and then when he eventually said it, I think they were talking about... I think that was Malaysia. I'll have to check that. But, yeah, at least I got the reference.
Yeah.
Here comes Gainer across the line. Are we looking at a 107 here? 108.0, that's
quite.
exactly a 10th. Exactly a 10th advantage over James there, so that's the first gauntlet laid down by Gainer there. Admiral comes along to start his lap. Admiral's been a very fun driver to watch this season. I think he's improved massively. One of the only driver, in fact probably the only driver in this grid that runs cockpit cam.
Well, that alone is impressive, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he's the only one who runs cockpit cam, and I think he himself will tell you he's probably more comfortable in qualifying in the race. I've seen him, threaten the top 3 in quali quite often, but maybe he's more of a top 7, top 8 racer. So they'd be looking to change that. Of course, he's on a second quality lap. His first was 108.6, which was, that will comfortably get him through. So,
What kind of cut are we looking at here?
I'm not sure. It looks like most of the grid is pretty evenly matched. I mean, from first down to 11th, we're looking at times, within a second.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't actually know Godzilla either. I know Dan. I've no idea. So, yeah, I've no idea what to see the car. I'd say you'd need to be into the mid 109s or maybe low 109s at least to have a chance here. Which is a strong lap. Like, it is a genuinely strong lap in Brazil for Q1. So we've got a pretty good grid here.
We have Avi, 26. He's the only person yet to set a lap on a flyer, but as you say, is on the hard.
Yeah, there's a chance that he's just not had the time to practice. He thinks he's got a couple of race runs in right now because he knows, confidently that he get through. The short there. Pretty confidently get through Q2 no problem. I think that's 8/10 off what we'll do. So we're on for probably a low 109 right now. Let's have a look at what kind of left one we're going to see from him. I don't think maybe a 109.1 or whatever it's going to be. Yeah. It's going to be enough, I don't think. But yeah, I don't think he expects it to be enough. I do find. Sorry, Phil.
Colin is the last person on a flyer. He hasn't set one yet. He is on top, so he is going for it.
So Vadi's just coming on the last one.
52.2.
52.2 is good, yeah. Colin's pretty strong driver. Yeah, 52.2 is very good. Probably a 108.2, 108.3. Vadi with a 108.8, which is a good lap, but it puts him 11. Here comes Colin now. 108.3 for Colin.
Very strong.
This is so close, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe you need a 108 to get through here.
You might, yeah.
If Abby has only got half seconds behind.
I find watching Avi perform over each race day is that he builds on it every week. He mustn't be able to, maybe he's busy on a Tuesday and literally until race time. So you'll find that he's got his way just Q1, a little bit better at Q2, better again in Q3, but he might not be able to get pole, maybe just top 5, and then over the race he just improves more and more. And always his last stint at race is usually his best. But sometimes you watch him when he's qualifying and think he just doesn't look fully comfortable,
Yep.
So yeah. But he looks to me like he's just wanting to get through in these hards. I just don't know, the grid's so close,
He needs to come in now if he's deciding to run wide out the final corner there. And he is going slow, so yeah, it looks like he will. Or is he? Yes, he is going. So you have to imagine he'll switch to the soft tyres, and that will put him in a precarious position trying to improve his lap time here. As we do see Banner come across the line now. 122.1, so starting his flyer. Only man out on track is Chubak. Does just start his out lap, as I say that. Great commentators has already come in, just into the session.
Just don't say, and James is going to win the championship.
I've seen enough finals in Brazil to know that I'll wait until at least the last one. Crown a champion.
Nice little. I've got a nice little. Okay.
You got something lined up.
Avi says the game volume's too loud in the stream, so I'm going to turn it down. Oh wow, I've got it pretty low down already, but there we go, I've turned it down to minimum. Avi, if you're still listening, let me know, please.
Ben is going a second faster, than his previous time, which would put him around 14th currently. If he can hold on
it looks
to
like
that,
it's
he did
going
have
to be
a strong final corner.
Let's see.
As he comes across the line for
He got
109.0.
This grid is so close.
So Avi does probably need to improve here. We might need a 108 just to get through to Q2, which is some way from a mid 109 as we said earlier, but everyone's coming out to show off in the final race of the season, it seems.
Yeah, it's fantastic, really, seeing just how close everyone is. Should be in for a fantastic race. Chewbacca as well, I know he's definitely got some more time in him. I've seen him hanging about the top 10 several times, so hopefully we'll get to see a better lap from him. Maybe we could see everyone in the 108s, that would be pretty insane. But it doesn't seem like something that's impossible right now. Well, maybe Chewbacca with that... that middle sector isn't too bad, so maybe he just messed up the last corner in his first run, so let's see. Can Chewbacca find himself out of the drop zone here? Coming across to the line, left plant the ARS. He won't be... What's it, D rating? 1.0, so close. Yeah,
is it
drops Avi
for the drop zone also?
Yes, it'll be 16th, 17th, and 18th.
So it does seem... I mean... a very, very low 109 is currently outside, but it does seem a 108 is your key to get into.
To be honest, I can't quite believe that. I would not have expected that, to be totally honest. That's a really strong time. I thought it was, what did I say, like a mid 109 to low 109?
Yeah, you said mid to low 109. I mean, Admiral should be safe at a 108.5, but you have to think he might be getting a little bit worried having left the session or retired from Q1 on a 108.5 as he sits in 11th. Has Godzilla got a qualifier?
I think this is his first race, so no.
Seems unlikely then.
I'm pretty sure he's
not
joined
doing an outlap, which would be needed in the next sort of 10-20 seconds. You would have to imagine.
Yeah, no, he's not. I do remember Godzilla being here like maybe 2-3 years ago, so maybe he got himself a quali ban before leaving the league back then. But
and Gaza sets a 108.3 to go 7.
Jesus.
And Avi is currently on a lap. I did see after sector 1 he was up 2 tenths, so he would be moving into the 108s, would move himself into 14th if he copied his first lap in the second and third sectors. What can he do here?
So Avi's actually pretty clean so far. 51.9.
1.1 seconds quicker. He is currently on course for
this is on for first here,
which would send Chewbacca, who is not going to be able to set another lap time, out for Q1 alongside Godzilla, and he does go 0.
This is insane. This is insane.
He's coming through the S's. He's the only man that can save himself now. Chewbacca and Godzilla are in the zone, are in the pits. 1/10 for Kev improvement. He's going to need to find another 4 in the next 2 sectors to find his way out of Q1 here. Ben, who is on and out lap, has just come out the final corner, so we'll get one final shot if Kev does manage to improve.
Ben, I'm sure, probably thinking he's at a 109.0, he's definitely safe. He's resting on his laurels thinking, yep, I'm within a second of first place.
And Admiral's still not safe if Vati, Kev and Ben can all improve above a 108.5. Kev is going slower, but he's
got a toe
here from Gaza.
From his teammate, but I'm not sure it's perfect.
Is it going to be enough? He needs to find 5 temps to get through. You have to imagine he won't get that
don't think
off
that's
the
enough
toe.
Of a toe there. 109.2. Good try,
will start 17th. Vati improves to 108.7.
This is insane. Pretty much 1 second between everyone. Ben improving. Obviously, he probably isn't fully aware that he's safe right now.
He is still giving it full beans. He has a big slide there.
Just put on.
I don't know what the corner's called, but I'm going to call it Alex Albon corner for that one.
Okay, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
And he goes off
pushing
at
a
the
little too
corner.
hard. Thankfully for him, he's safe. Which I'm
he
not
is
sure
safe,
he was aware of. Yeah. Oh, I need to remember to get like the race director on stream. That's Hilly always does that, just in case there's like penalties that shouldn't have been awarded. I need to remember to do that. Yeah, that's great. Imagine being within half a second of first and you're 12th. No, you're 13th.
yeah, that is not ideal. It's looking like the cutoff for Q3 is going to be a 108.4 based off of this. So we're going to see some really fast lap times, I think, in Q2 here.
Times will probably get faster in the Q2 session too. So
well, exactly.
We
might finally see our 107 that we were begging for in Q1, but you have to imagine it will arrive all the same.
Yeah, we'll definitely see it in Q2. And I maybe my 107 like 6 pole prediction might be a little off the mark, to be honest. It might be a bit quicker than that if we're seeing a 108.0 from Avi in Q1. Just a little note: the top 2 in Q1 here, Avi and Gunnar, are both controller players. They're not on wheel. James, Whale, Ryan, Chris are all on wheel. Colin might be controller. And Vadi is also controller. I think everyone else is wheel, as far as I know. Chewbacca might be controller. I don't know what he's on. But yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Godzilla, who is doing his first race of the season, will have to do a last to first if he wants to win.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't that be an interesting debut for Godzilla?
I think
that would be
a story and a half. You would have to
last to first it. Just for you, so you're aware, because you're not in the Discord, Ollie, Ryan messed up the lobby settings, so after Q3 we're going to do a reset.
Okay.
It's fine for quali. Effectively what he's done is put the max at 20 players, which would usually be fine, but he forgot that there's 2 people streaming, which means only 18 drivers are able to get into the lobby, so there's 2 waiting.
They the 2 on quali buttons?
No, they just didn't join the lobby in time, so that it says it's full, even though there's only 18. So, thanks to Kieran, very gracious of him, he says so that we're not resetting like quali from the start. He's fine with just joining after quali and starting last.
So
very nice of him.
First, then.
No. So if Godzilla wins, then no one will be impressed.
Yeah, if Godzilla wins, he's not really done that.
Will says hi, Ollie, in the chat. Yeah, Delano says Colin is on pad. I was right there.
Hello to everyone. Thank you for having me on. I've missed this, it must be said.
Thank you very much for filling in on such late notice.
Of course.
I asked you with... Oh, flip. Everyone's rushing to get out here.
I know, yeah. I wasn't even in the house.
Oh, yeah, it must... Yeah, I know. This guy rushed home, made sure he had the game installed, and hopped straight on, ready for comms. Brilliant work. Gaza is first. We'll do, in Hilly's absence, we'll do what he calls a Hilly hot lap, where we talk through the lap that's currently happening. Do you want to do it, or would you prefer...
I can do. Who are we doing it on? You can see who
Gaza, he's first.
We are going on Gaza.
Just go on board with Gaza, yeah.
He comes through the final corner and starts to stop. I've paused this already. You got me off guard. Okay. Starts the lap, goes as far to the right, brakes at just past the 50-metre board. At apex on turn 1 and turn 2 as he comes through the centre S's, keeping it as tight as possible to the left before coming out as far right as you can, setting up for your entry to Desiderlago. He's going to brake here just before the 100 metre, hits the apex perfectly, and is coming now through, going up to the Ferradura. You're going to just lift slightly coming in, downshift, hit both apexes perfectly, and brake heavy here into turn 8. You now want to keep it as tight as possible before getting on the power early. Little slide there, which is not ideal for what was a pretty good lap before that. Does hit the apex well there, but doesn't quite go as wide as he'd want. isn't sticking as tight as he'd like to the left. As he brakes now, you want to get as good an exit as you can here, getting the power down early for the final corner before the long straight. I say straight, it's not really straight, but we'll call it the straight, down to the start-finish line. And what lap do we have here from Gaza? It's a 108.3, which
start
would be good enough for about 8th in
yeah,
Q1.
potentially, yeah.
So
there's James straight into the 107, 107.8 from James, really good stuff. Tolu 107.9 just behind him. Avi retired. Did Avi crash coming out of the pit lane, or did he just?
I have no idea.
I think he did. I think Avi crashed coming out of the pit lane. Oh dear. That was a great hot lap. I think that's better than what I'd do. So, so thank you very much. That was fantastic. Admiral, last guy on his lap here. So far I haven't seen a single 1 minute 9. Here comes Admiral now. 108.6 is on for 11th.
I mean, times have slowed a little bit. The Ferrari of 023 RS was in the 108.4s in Q1, so you will expect times to get faster, but the way everyone came out so quickly, you have to wonder if there was rain forecast. Maybe
I think there's a chance we might be seeing rain pretty shortly, yeah.
There's a big cloud. If you are riding along with Admiral, I don't know if you are, but as he entered the Super Delago, there is a big cloud over Chungchao at the final corner.
Yeah, that would be. I hope we see a Q3 where everyone is just flying out to the track and it's basically a one-shot. Like, that would be very interesting. I've got a little bit of info from Avi. He said he voluntarily retired because he's afraid of getting involved in the championship fight as someone that just joined like really late in the season. So he didn't want to end up impacting one of the two of them. Say he gets like a bad start and just hits into one of them or something. He was afraid
understood.
of that, so.
Avi has won 5 of the last 6 races.
Yes,
and he has competed in the last 6 races.
Yes, that's when he started, exactly, yes.
I know he had, actually, I took that back. He had a couple of races before at Qatar and Monaco, but didn't do all too much. But
it's Avi's record with the race wins is very impressive. When like it's not like he's very obviously way quicker than everyone else, and he's just winning by 20. He just keeps finding a way to win. Like in Jeddah last week, he ended up starting 19th and did like an alternate strat, really massively undercut, and just did enough to stay in front to win it. He just keeps finding a way to win. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him up at the front by the end of this race, especially if it ends up raining. Seems like a Jensen Button kind. If there's like some mental stuff happening when it all comes down, Avi just ends up first somehow.
Well, if you're starting 19.4, 18th today, take that as motivation.
Yeah, Godzilla, you listening?
Yeah, Godzilla, if you're in the chat, that's a big slide from Admiral on what looked like a good lap beforehand. He's still up 2 attempts, which would take him into the top 10. I see why he did go for another flyer. He does have time to
yeah, he's not looking fully comfortably at any corner, really, is he?
No, those final few were not as good as...
it looked pretty difficult for him.
But he has found his way to 9th. It is looking a little bit slippier out there than it did in Q1, must be said. As Ben now starts his flyer, that's probably the man to watch.
Yeah, what did he get, a 109.0 in Q1? So you'd expect
he only just got through.
Few tenths off that.
I think we're more looking to see if he can get ahead of Vati in this one, to be honest. But
I wouldn't be shocked to see Vati improve also.
Given the other people competing, as I look at my mini-map, I do see coming through, just approaching Junkow, is his teammate was going slowly, but I don't think he's going to give him a toe. They're too far apart. I was worried for a second.
Chris is out of fuel. Yeah, Chris is just out of fuel, so that's why they've brought the yellow flags out. He's in low fuel mode right now, just as he goes to the pits. So that's nothing that anyone will have to slow down for, if you know what I mean. That's just
you will
something
have
that
to
the
let
game
me know on the sector times, as Ben said, say 53 dead. And
that's not
very wide into Junkow.
It's not ideal. I think that's on for a high 108, something like that.
Well,
maybe even a low 109. Oh, that's.
There is probably someone in the chat that is here to watch Ben versus Vati for P13, and they're going to get an absolute battle. Must be said.
Yeah, Vadi's had a pretty rough sector 1. I really find this track frustrating because sometimes you can do the NISs and you feel like you've done it the same as last time, and all of a sudden you're 3/10 slower and you're just sat there scratching your head as to why.
I think what
I find it very frustrating.
makes Brazil such a great track is how much being in flow matters.
Yeah.
Personally, when I'm
big
driving it, if you know, the second you have one little mistake, it carries on for the whole lap. I think when you nail a nice lap at Brazil, there aren't many tracks that are much more. What's the word I'm looking for?
I think I'd agree with you. Satisfying?
Satisfying is the word I'm looking for. There aren't many tracks that are more satisfying to nail. But what
I agree.
also makes the track so great is it's such a difficult track to nail. No two corners are the same at this track.
In fact, I quite hate it for trying to nail that. By the way, while we were speaking there, 4 drivers now we have in the 1 minute 7s. Chris and Ozers have joined the Tolu and James, and we've got Gunnar starting a lap right now.
Ozers, who had dropped to 11th actually, I believe. So that is good for him. Admiral on the bubble, as they say. I think he can't say that anymore actually. But
no.
Right
now the cutoffs are 108.4, which is pretty insane.
Yeah.
Considering first is 107.8.
Like,
we got Gunnar on a lap here. Yeah, literally. Gunnar in the middle sector here. The laps look pretty clean so far. If he could get like a 107.6 or 5 or something here, that'll really worry James going into the race here. And that's a really good middle sector. He's on for a 0.8 right the last corner. Last corner didn't look perfect, so I'd expect a 0.8 or a 0.7 here. But again, even just
we don't know how well he did it the first time.
Yeah, that he might be able to top both Q1 and Q2 even by a little amount. No, that's another 107.9. We got 4 drivers.
It did look quite poor. It looked quite poor going through the final corner. So I did expect, seeing the talent that I've seen from him in the past session and a half, that maybe last lap he did go a little bit faster through the final corner.
We got Colin coming across the line
up to the line.
108.1. Wow.
Which might not be enough to keep him safe.
Here comes Gregory. 108.2. Flip me.
That's put him in a dangerous position, because I think Gazza might have a bit more in him. Obviously that 108.3 was his first lap he set. He was the first man out, set the lap, and
that's true.
Has stuck to that lap time. So you'd have to imagine that Gazza has a little bit more in that Aston Martin. Ryan, you would have to imagine, has more pace given his position in the standings. And
yes,
Admiral looked.
I'm shocked at Admiral now. He's I'm sure he's
in Q1
not
as good, if not a little bit better than the other Mercedes. So you do have to wonder here if the 108.232 is enough to get.
It better be. I think I'll vomit over my setup if a 108.232 isn't enough to get through to Q3 here.
And this is why you finished second in your championship battle.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. Underestimating the grid.
Absolutely no need, by the way, for you to say that. Just here we go.
It's like having Mark Webber on commentary, guys.
It's like having Nico Rosberg on comms when Lewis is racing, just discrediting everything. Here we go. Admiral coming to start his final lap. This is very important. He needs to, I think, have at least a 2/10 improvement here. Gregory retired. Well, yeah, he has no other choice. Here we go. Admiral coming down to turn 1. Hits his braking zone quite nice.
I don't think 2
just misses the curb, but that's okay.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think 2 tenths would be enough.
Senna's look pretty nice from Admiral there. Let's see in the rundown. 17.2. Yep, perfect. I was going to say 17.2 is probably a good sector time for right now. Getting the ARS overtake on that outside car, which I always think is quite risky. The car likes to spin around if you have too much power, but makes it work quite nicely.
That was a full send there from Admiral into the fair enduro.
Yeah, he knows how important this is. Yeah, and it's looked really clean so far for a lap where he's been pushing so hard. He's hit every apex. He hasn't been. Never mind.
A little slide there.
I was about to say he hasn't been squirrely at any point, but still, this definitely is an improvement. It's 3/10. He just needs a decent last corner, and I think this will definitely be enough for Admiral to get himself through to Q3 here.
It will pull him up to 8th, and maybe no higher there with the 3/10 improvement.
Oh my goodness.
Where will he go? 6th.
Oh, he gets a good last sector.
And it's nearly a 107.
James
improves. He must have got a little bit of a toe off Admiral there, but that's impressive. Chris as well with a 107.8.
What that James improvement says to me, he was definitely safe. That tells me it's going to rain in Q3, or else he wouldn't have used another set of soft tyres because he would have saved them for Q3.
Yeah.
So that tells me we're going to be seeing rain then. Like, we've got Ozers now. Everyone's going out again, even the people that are safe.
As we have.
Let's see.
Who's pulling up to the line here?
It is
Batty fights his way to
108.1. Oh, is it going to be enough? Gaz is improving here, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It might be enough to overtake Gregory, but I'm not sure if it'll be enough.
And Ryan's on a lap as well. He's 1.5 tenths up on his own lap time in sector 1.
Here comes Gaza
along the line.
108.1 puts Fatty down to 10th. Ryan Ayres left his overtake.
He's a little slide going
Ryan Ayres left his battery on overtake there. He's 1/10 up. He would have been a lot more if he hadn't left his battery on around that corner. Last corner was good. James is here for the 2. Is this going to be enough for Ryan Ayres? I think the 2 might just be enough to pull him over the line, but it's really, I'm not sure. It is! 8-0! Fatty in 11th on a 108.1. I'm going to be sick. I'm going to throw up everywhere.
As the top 8 all on a 108, dead or less.
What the hell? 4 tenths off pole and you're out?
Fatty pulls out the lap of a lifetime.
Watching? Holy moly.
11.
Oh my... Well, look at that grid, man. Down to Craig. Gregory's still at 108.2 and he's down in 12th.
Well,
holy moly.
Safe to say, if Fatty had gone to the toilet this morning, he would have been through.
Yeah, that's less than 100th of a second.
Yeah.
That is very, very true. That is such a shame. I'm gutted for Fatty because that was so close. I don't think I've ever seen the Tuesday grid so evenly matched. I mean, there's some crazy lap times here. Gee, that 107.7 from James is very impressive. I did some... I was in a practice lobby with him yesterday as he was preparing, and 107.6 I think was maybe the best I saw from him. Now obviously he's had a good bit of running since to get more comfortable with the track, but the fact that he's a 10th off what I saw him peak at in Q2 tells me that he's well, I was going to say he's got even more to show, but he probably doesn't because it may well start to rain
like
here.
It might rain.
Yeah.
Personally my screen is showing me when I'm bored of the Mercedes and the pit lane is starting to look a little bit darker minute by minute here.
So in Q2 we've lost Vadi in 11th, Gregory 12th, Robin 13th, Ben 14th and Avi 15th. Vadi is within half a second of first and he finds himself out in Q2. If he punches someone, I would not blame him. I think.
I think that would be
very
fair.
Cross.
I think that would be fair.
Yeah. Admiral 108.008. Top 5 are all in the 107s in Q2. That is fantastic work. Fantastic work.
And do we see rain?
Do we see rain straight away? Will we see everyone rush to... It's not raining just yet. Everyone who is the furthest down the field, Gunnar in the Sauber will be first to get a lap in. This could be big for the championship. This could be really, really big. Although we might see James, he's in the second garage, isn't he? Yeah. So in the V-carb. So, or maybe the third garage. So yeah, Chris really must feel quite screwed over here.
Oh no, Colin
in his McLaren.
Williams just over along. Is Gunnar, Colin, and the first one to get out is
There's
Gaza,
V-carb
and
garage.
Colin is coming as well.
V-carb, Sauber's out.
And they might get hold of it.
Here comes everyone.
Gunnar did get ahead.
Gunnar gets out first of everyone. That could be really important. Oh, no, he does. He gets out ahead of James, but
he comes out
of everyone. We have
behind Gaza and behind Colin.
Yeah, and we're going to want to see a fast out lap from everyone here.
I mean, you would imagine, given the way they have come out of the pits, you would have to imagine there is not enough time for 2 warm-up laps.
No, definitely not. The only one who I feel can afford to not go balls to the wall in their outlap is Colin, because regardless, he'll still be in a better spot than everyone else. So he can kind of just do what he wants, but everyone else will have traffic because they're not going to sit down and wait for like a 5 second gap to appear, you know?
Yep.
So this is very, very, very interesting way to start Q3 here. Colin comes across the line. Gaza doesn't give him a second. Looks like Gunnar's made a little gap and James behind him also. The people further back just really want it to not start raining halfway through, where the guys
Tolu was overtaking both Ferraris here in an attempt to get ahead as quick as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Ferraris were not much sense of urgency here, really. Maybe they think they'll have the time for
holding
one
up
lap.
Chris as well.
How about It started raining. It has started raining a little bit. You can see the raindrops if you go on board with a car. You can see the raindrops land on the halo. So we won't be having perfect grip for a lap. So the advantage really is on to Colin right now, who will have the most dry track for his lap than everyone else. Let's see what he can do.
But he
this
does
is
have
not the
Gaza
time to
right up behind him.
Yeah, but Gaza started the lap right behind him, so he won't really be able to gain much time, you know. I'm going to give Gunnar a watch here. Do you maybe want to watch James?
I am watching Gunnar, I'm just worried if potentially Colin and Gaza hold each other up here. This could impact Gunnar more than it would impact James and Ryan behind, which would be fantastic for the recopper.
Gunnar probably wants to catch them in the last corner and have a tow the whole way up, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, it's a little slide there from Gunnar. Ryan's is better.
By the way, James and Gunnar both a 52-2 middle sector. Both identical here. But Gunnar maybe have a tiny bit of a tow. 108.3 for Gunnar. That's a 108.2 for James. Oh, that is big. That is big for James in the first three lap because he will not be improving. That's a 52-2 for Chris.
Upset.
Chris is on to beat it. Chris is on to beat it with a good last corner. No way. No. 0.4. Ozers finds himself in third place. That's really good considering how late he gets his lap.
And Tolu doesn't even attempt.
Does not attempt a lap. Everyone wins 7/10 of a second. That is huge for James. I'm sure he is delighted with that. That is very, very important.
I would like to give huge congratulations to Vati, whose lap in Q2 did not get him through, and lap in Q3 would have got him pole.
Yep, that's a good point. That is a very good point. Avi Tyrrell put in his predictions for Q3, and his predictions was Tolu, James, Gunnar, Ozers, Chris. So if Tolu did a lap, there's actually a chance he would have had a perfect top 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what is huge for the title fight is the fact that Ryan is on the third row of the grid.
Yes. Yeah, he could help his teammate out here.
If he
maybe stay out a little bit.
Or third, obviously he would be able to put a lot more pressure onto Gunnar than he can do from fifth.
Of course, exactly. I mean, Gunnar gets a bad start, he gets a good start, all of a sudden they're racing each other. Or just even the fact he could stay out, he could start on hard, stay out long. Gunnar hits off his mediums, and all of a sudden he's got James's teammate to contend with. If he doesn't get him in Sector 1, he can't really get him in Sector 2, and that's going to be rough for him. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is more than likely our starting grid. Tolu's going out for another lap, of course, because he never got to finish the first. So is Admiral, or is he just doing another lap in the same
I think Admiral might just be doing another lap. I think Admiral's just trying to get reps in, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, why not? If it's going to rain a little bit, it's potentially going to be changeable in the race.
I mean, Chris has just swapped to intermediates in the pit lane.
Yeah, he's likely just wanting some inter running in case we get it in the race. Obviously, the weather for the race is going to change than what we saw earlier because we're having to reset the lobby. On softs?
On softs.
Interesting. Well, let's see what Tolu's able to do here, and that will be able to let us be able to judge if there is any improvements to be had on the track, because the rain certainly isn't bad, it's just there. I can see by how the track looks.
Also come out on softs, and it looks like Chris's as well.
No, it's not. It's going to be way slower. Just looking at Tolu's turn 1 there.
Yeah, turn 1 looked slippy.
Yeah, he just looked like he wasn't able to push the car anywhere near what he wanted to. Let's say 17-1.
9.
Yeah, 17-9. So yeah, he's got no chance. So I'm just gonna have a look. So James's first sector was 300ths slower than Gunnar. James's middle sector was 400ths faster, and his third sector was half a tenth faster. So that's the difference between what I believe will be pole and second place, because I don't see anyone else able to make any improvements enough to. So what an exciting starting grid for the title decider. Our two contenders, first and second, because the past maybe 5-6 weeks since I've started doing co-coms with Hilly, they've kind of been battling in like the 5th, 6th position, with some exceptions.
Well, there is
they
Abby.
definitely haven't been certs.
There is no Abby.
Yeah, and totally messed up his lap, of course. But yeah, they haven't been certs for like first and second, but this is perfect, really, for the title fight. Very, very interesting. Also, just so you know, Ollie, so everyone, just to stop us having to start a new lobby where everyone's going to load into the race and just immediately retire, so it brings us back to the lobby.
Okay.
So we can change the maximum size to 22 instead of 20 for Kieran to get in. So don't like leave the game or anything. Yeah, Ozer's
I just do
Colin, all retired.
I haven't touched this game in
months.
I mean, I wanted to say months, but that seems like an underselling of how long it's been.
Half a year, close, maybe.
How long's the game been out?
Well, 10 months, 11 months, 10 months.
But I probably haven't touched it in a solid 9 months.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, everyone retiring. But Wheels out in another lap on softs. Thinks he can improve. Chris, I think Chris is effectively just getting some inters running on.
Yeah, I think he's just doing vibes. I think.
Yeah, he's just chilling. Just so that in the case of inters running in the race, he has a little bit of experience. Why not? But yeah, very exciting qualifying session there. Let's see how it looks for Chris. It's still not. There's a thing in this game. Obviously, you wouldn't know because this isn't a real life thing, but there's a very certain point of how the track looks where you know that inters are now better than dries.
Okay.
You can basically just like see little raindrop, like individual raindrops landing. Because like if you look now on the ground, you can actually see like any raindrops landing, right?
No.
But once it gets to a point where you see there's like just kind of like little circles on the ground where they land, that is like the moment where now intermediates are better than softs. Or at least that's what I found in my, every time I see them, I'm thinking, right, it's time to come in now or maybe next lap. So to me, softs are probably still better.
I will say you have to imagine they're going to be asking Chris to come in and retire to speed up the start,
or else he'll be public enemy number 1. Yeah, if he doesn't come in a little second here. Let's see if he does, or does he try to finish his lap and just keep going. They're probably in a party with him, actually, because a lot of the guys will be in a party together talking while they race. Nah, he's coming in. So they're probably going to send him on, Chris, mate.
In some awful news, Saka scored in the 40th.
You see the drops on the ground? You see the drops on the ground there now?
I do, yeah.
He comes in? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
In some awful news, Saka did score in the 45th minute, and Arsenal.
And they're going to win the bloody Premier League too, man.
Shut up. I want to hear it.
Just for the chat, Ollie's a Spurs fan, so he's really not happy about that. There we go. So our top 10 in qualifying, we got James on pole, Gunnar second, Ozers with a very impressive third, Chris fourth, Ryanair fifth, very important for the title fight, Admiral sixth, which I think he really pulled that out of the bag because he wasn't really looking like getting that high up in quali until then. Whale in seventh, Gaza in eighth, Colin in ninth, which I'm sure he'll be disappointed with considering he was first on the track. And Tolu with P10, which again, he wasn't first on the track, but I'm sure he'll be disappointed with because he knows he's definitely faster than that.
I mean, I think
that'll make for a very interesting race.
You have to think about the psychological pressure of just having someone in your mirror the whole lap, probably. Got to him a little
with
bit.
Gaza sitting right behind him.
With Gaza essentially pushing him around into Lagos on his...
probably both drivers there weren't particularly happy about it.
Nah.
Colin's annoyed at Gaza's annoyed at Colin. It's just what happens when you're all in a rush to get your laps done as soon as possible.
Not much Colin could have done about that, I think. But yeah, it's definitely set up as an interesting race. Nice grid.
Yeah. So everyone, I assume we're just waiting for the 30 seconds to go down from when people ready up, and then they'll all immediately just retire from the race. We might see someone just straight lining into turn one. Let's see. Let's see what absolute maniac acts we're about to see. There we go. There's a spin
And
there.
this is beautiful. This is what F1's all
Oh, this is the
about.
formation lap, so everyone's trying to disqualify themselves is what's happening there. Everyone's trying to drive backwards because you can't actually retire from the session when it's the formation lap, so they're all driving backwards and stuff to try and get themselves disqualified ASAP. Apart from Gaza, who... Oh, Gunnar's late. Are people just leaving? Is that what we're doing?
Gaza is getting his lap time in. You have to respect it.
Gaza's warming up his tyres and stuff.
Chewbacca now takes the lead.
Go on, Chewbacca. Go on, boy. There we go, he retires. Avi, Gaza, Ben. I mean, Gaza's still warming his tyres up. What's this guy playing at?
He is absolutely flying.
Avi's mentally ill by the looks of things. By the driving we're seeing here.
Well, welcome to commentary.
Oh my god,
it's very professional over here.
Avi is full drifting it. Oh my goodness me. Ben says wouldn't let him retire, had to quit. That's because the formation lap you would have had to disqualify yourself and then retire. But oh well. Avi's just had a borderline.
Avi and Gaza have just become public enemy number one.
Well, I think Gaza thinks there's nothing going on here.
I don't think
as far as he's concerned. Avi at least is fooling around, so he knows that you're like, he knows what's happening. But I think Gaza is pretty hyped up for the race start.
we might see Gaza as he pulls up behind the Ferrari of Wales. Let's see what Gaza does here at the race start.
let's see how the race start goes here.
I'm gonna watch a board of Gaza.
5 lights.
And Gaza has just started normally.
Oh, that's an AI by the looks of things. Maybe Gaza's left the lobby potentially. Is what's happened.
Oh, Vati was in first for a little second there.
Your goat Vati was leading. This is true.
And
Gaza's been kicked from the lobby. That's why Gaza's putting the Twitch chat saying I've been kicked. We thought he was so locked in. Yeah, he's just messaging Discord saying, just for the record, I was kicked at the start of the formation lap. We thought this guy was thinking he was at the goat, like he's taking the lead. We thought Gaza was like, he was taking a nosebleed, you know. He was like, holy moly. There we go, everyone's
Gunnar tops the podium on my screen.
Oh shoot, will that be an indication of what's to come?
Is that a premonition?
Yep, whatever that word means.
It's like the thing from Final Destination, isn't it?
Is that a movie?
You've never seen Final Destination? Or you've never heard of Final Destination?
I haven't heard of Final Destination.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chat, if you could just inform my friend here, that would be appreciated.
Yeah, I have to say, like you, Ollie, are like the probably the best person I know with general knowledge. I know like a lot about the like 5 things I'm interested in, and literally nothing about anything else.
Yeah, but you can't say that when my knowledge of Final Destination comes from TikTok doom scrolling. It doesn't seem fair.
Right, we're just gonna take a 5-minute break here. Ollie, feel free to go get yourself some food or whatever. I'm gonna go to the toilet, get some food, have a drink while we wait for the grid to be set for the main race and everyone ready up and get their setups on and all. So, yeah, you've probably got 5 minutes, I'd say, till you actually need to be back. So I'll catch you shortly. Hello, hello. I'm back. I got some watermelon to keep me company for the race. Which is actually...
I have Percy Pigs and popcorn on hand.
Oh, you got popcorn. It's actually a very common Tuesday commentary thing for me because I get the Tesco shopping in on Monday and I always get watermelon. And then I'll
In a
strange
coincidence on that one. The one time I did race commentary on my own for a league, which was Rents Racing League, which no longer exists, so I'm allowed to promote. Back in the day.
Race Racing League?
Rents. Lawson.
Wentz? Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. I also had watermelon.
It just works, doesn't it? There's something about
fantastic. Yeah.
There's something about watermelon that just works with commentary, man.
And I was on my own for the commentary that race. The other commentator had pulled out. I can't remember the guy's name. He's a fantastic commentator. He commentated at EWC actually this year for
No way.
I forgot his name. Let me try and find it if I can. But he wasn't available, so I was doing it on my own. And so as to eat the watermelon as quickly as possible without disrupting the stream, I had a listen in for a couple of laps.
You had a listen in for the race?
Yeah.
Wait, you went like into the Discord chat where the drivers that were racing were?
They used to do it in actual F1. Like I listened to the engines and stuff.
Oh, that's what. Sorry, I thought there was like drivers in the Discord that were like racing together. So you joined it and just let the fans listen to drivers raging at each other.
Not quite. No.
That's pretty fantastic, though. That's good work. At least I got you for when I'm looking to eat my watermelon.
Zach Sweeney is who it was.
Zach Sweeney? I don't think I've heard of him. Did he have a gamer tag at the time, or did he just go by that?
I have no idea. I know him as Zach, that's as much as I know him as.
Good to ask what was the quali results. Gupta's the man that beat me on Thursdays, so maybe I'll just lie. No.
I'll let you know.
James got pole. James got pole by like 200s to Gunnar second. Ozer's third. Chris fourth, I think.
Yep.
And who was fifth?
Ryan
our fifth. Then sixth was Admiral. Seventh, I want to say it was Wheel.
Sounds correct.
Seventh is Whale, I think. Eighth... Oh, so seventh was Gaza, eighth was Whale, ninth was Colin, and 10th was... Tolu. There we go.
And 11th was Vati as well.
11th was Vati, very notable. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
11th was in fact
on his one bar of pig. My God.
Yeah, bless him. Yeah, he's in South Africa.
I gather from the flag, but I appreciate the...
Oh, yeah, good point, yeah.
I appreciate the... let me know.
Is Codzella's flag Senegal?
Cameroon.
They look like the same, don't they?
Sure.
And then Chewbacca's Czech Republic, right?
Yeah.
What's James's one? That's quite interesting. Admiral says vexillology chat.
Yeah, I would appreciate it if we had better flags in here. That would make me feel a lot better. I mean, I don't mean better. There's no flag better than the British, but
you could be running the you could be running the
former flags.
No, oh my God, wait. You could be on the Swiss flag, just to spice it up a little bit instead of a UK.
What am I running currently? Nothing.
I think it just shows nothing if you're spectating.
I think I do run the Swiss flag. I know I used to.
Yeah. Gupta says, what's the wild card? It's not a wild card, Gupta. It's just a normal race. Nothing. I think they've had all their wild cards already. Yeah, the wild card is a guy that has never been in the server for the league doing commentary.
Yeah. Eating popcorn, drinking Pepsi Max.
And making fun of me for losing.
And we have an
Thursdays.
Indian flag again in the lobby. Avi rejoins.
I don't think Avi's Indian. I could be wrong.
Well, the flag's Indian. I didn't say he was Indian.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just making discussion.
Oh, okay. Don't.
I just don't think he's Indian. Maybe he is. I don't know. Yeah, should I? What? Don't make discussion. Right. I'm gonna mute my mic for the rest of it and just chomp on my watermelon for the rest of the the race. You can do commentary over these people that you don't know.
I can't see chat. Let's see what chat's there. So let me I'm going to the Carsey Twitch. If I get an advert, I'm going to be fuming. No,
I don't think I'm a partner, so I can't run ads. Oh, trust me, if I could run ads, I'd be running ads.
Oh man.
Yeah, what?
Can't relate.
Oh right, you're a Twitch partner. Ollie's a big deal, guys. Ollie's kind of a big deal. You guys are blessed to be in the presence of Oliver Mosley. I promise you that. There we go. They're ready and up now.
I appreciate you saying my full name now, Mike Carson. That really makes me feel better.
Right. Well, I just read your gamer tag on my screen. We're ready and up now.
How are Micah Card Dad and Micah Card Mum?
They're good. Dad had a pretty stressful day.
That's not like Micah Card Dad.
He's fine though. You know, it's past him. He's all right. He knew it was going to be stressful beforehand, so he's quite worried all weekend. But he's fine.
Oh, he was getting
Mum is audited.
Is what?
He was getting audited.
Oh, audited.
Like his company was, and he's like the guy that's in charge of it, like facing the auditor, I guess. Anyways, that's not interesting.
When we got audited at work, they were like stressing about it for so long, and it just turned out to be this sweet old woman.
Yeah. Dad quite likes the guy that does it. It's just a stressful situation, I guess.
They were like stressing about it for so long, and then she just came and like looked around the workplace and was like, "Yeah, that's sound." Like she was lovely. She came at it and left again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fair play. Everyone will be readying up at 11 minutes past 9, Ollie, for the
Oh, that's like 4 minutes
to start. Yeah, we're giving them all time.
There's no flags on the screen. How are we meant to make conversation?
We're giving them time to obviously put their setups back on.
Okay.
Because obviously it won't stay. It'll be back in the default. And stuff like
and
that.
We'll know if you cheat, by the way. We will know.
Yes, I've already got everyone set up from qualifying in my head perfectly.
If you put on a setup and it's not what you had in quality, we will know.
Yes, we will know. Yeah. This is why I said you're all honoured to be in the presence of Ollie.
So Godzilla, if I see you going from 18 foot to first, I know what's happened.
But he never did a lap, so he theoretically would be allowed to change it. But he never went out to track.
Very true, actually. I said that. Godzilla, do what you want.
Godzilla might be quite fast. I just feel like I know the name from somewhere.
He would be the first Cameroonian winner in Formula 1 history.
Huh. Well, you know what to do, Godzilla. You know what to do now.
Which...
I'm pretty sure he's quite fast. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure he's quite fast, though. I've definitely seen him before. I think he used to be in TIR, maybe, which was a pretty decent team back in the day.
No, you've lost me. I'm trying to think of the ones from back in my time. We had Bongo, obviously.
BRT, baby, yep.
Alien? Were they called Alien?
AMS, yeah. Alien Motorsport, yeah.
Yeah,
AMS,
they were awful.
Oh, I just joined them yesterday.
I said what? Back in the BRT days, they were bottom of the team championship every season.
Yeah. No, they're actually pretty good now. Not that I really care because I'm not like racing much, but I like the guys there. So that's
who were the 5? The 5 teams during my seasons of Bunga.
I don't know, Novus. Were Novus a thing when you were there?
Is it CRE?
NVR. No, they were never really a big team. I don't think I really heard of them other than with Gregory's name. FRT definitely were one.
Fart.
Yes, Fart. No,
Who
Fury
was
Racing Team. They were.
like Bunga's main rivals?
NVR Novus,
No,
but they might have disbanded by the time you.
it
started
wasn't
some
them.
engineering.
That was someone else. I think it was CRE. I might be wrong.
No, it definitely wasn't.
Alright,
100%.
okay.
And I'm willing to fight you over it.
It sounds like it.
Whale says good luck to both title contenders and me. Good luck, Whale. Good luck, sir. Whale, by the way, Ollie is the person. Well, WAO stands for Whale and Ozers. They made the league together.
Okay.
And Whale has never won a race in WAO ever. So that would be nice, wouldn't it?
If you're a wheel fan, I suppose it would, yeah.
Which you're not, like you're.
me personally, I'm an unbiased sort of. You know,
Yeah.
you'll find out my
Except for
biases.
Vatty, you're a Vatty
You'll
fan.
find out my biases throughout the course of the commentary.
Yeah, you will. We will see you making your biases in real time throughout the race. Yeah, but yeah, I'd love to see Whale get a win finally. I think that would move me.
FGE.
Ozers has won, I think. FGE, yep.
That's what I was thinking of.
They were never that great, I don't think, but they were definitely around. Yeah.
Well, they won Series 3 and Series 4.
Oh wow. Okay.
AER. And racist stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Formation lap time.
Oh, no.
Gaza. Let's hope Gaza is
Gaza locked
warming up
in.
his tires this time. Yeah. Poor guy. We're just ripping the piss out of him, and he's not even in the lobby.
I didn't say anything, and you said Abby had brain damage. So.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't say Avi had brain damage. I said Avi's mentally ill.
Oh, sorry. And it is important to make the distinction there, because you can be mentally ill without having brain damage.
Yes.
I don't think you can have brain
say...
damage without being mentally ill, though.
I've no idea.
You can just say
I've
go
no
on.
clue. Can I just say, obviously, before we knew that it would be wet to dry, we have no idea what this... It looks like it will probably just be dry the whole time, but we realistically have no idea. Because I was able to tell you that it was dry to wet, initially, because, someone in quali, I think it was maybe Whale, just sent a photo of it in. But obviously, because they've just loaded straight into it, no one's done that. So we've no idea what the weather's going to be, which is pretty interesting, but it looks to me like it's probably just going to be dry start to finish.
I am interested to see my first full racer.
Your first race start.
Mm-hmm.
Very important between James and Gunnar here. Who gets into turn 1 in first place?
And who gets out
Ben.
of turn 1 alive? That's the real question.
Yes. Here we go. 1 light, 2 lights, 3, 4, 5. And they're away. Looks like the 2 title contenders get a good start, but Gunnar gets a slightly better one. He's straight down the inside of James into turn 1, and James gives up the position quite nicely. Ryanair hanging it around the outside has made a few positions. McLaren, Chris and Nosers and Ryan have all kind of made slight contact with each other. There's more incidents back. Admiral finds himself the whole way down in last next to Tolu. Somehow Tolu's found himself in the middle of all that. I think that all started with Ryanair.
Well,
I was kind of getting
I was watching on board with Ryan, and he had the better start of the 3, and Oza kind of pushed him into turn 2 onto the apex. Oza, I think, got pushed out to the left by trying to squeeze Ryan onto the apex, and Chris got caught up in all of it, trying to go the outside of all of it. But it must be said, Ryan's start is good for James, as he is now in third. They can go after Gunnar together.
Yeah. If Ryan ends up with a penalty for that doesn't matter to James. They've already won Constructors. All that matters is that he's now in the position to help James out.
I don't think Ryan was
particularly...
Ryan was ahead going into turn 1. I don't think he was the fault for the crash.
Yeah, okay. Noted. Okay. Let's see, Gunnar, fastest lap. It looked to me like James was kind of happy to just let him go. Ozer's down the inside of Ryanair into turn 1. Ryan looks to be able to keep the position, but now, of course, Ozer's will have the DRS the whole way down the second straight here, so that should be an easy enough move for him. Wheel seems to have no intention of making the overtake for himself. These guys kind of need to just settle into a race here instead of...
Yeah, I think the Ferraris needs to work with Ryanair here if they are to catch up to the top 2 again.
Yeah, I totally agree with you here. Totally agree. But yeah, the top 2 in the championship. I mean, this is... Everything's just coming together for just a straight race between these two for the championship. At the end of this all, they've already gapped the people behind them. Now, Ozers is
1.4.
Pretty. He is pretty. What's the word? Pretty notably great at saving his tires.
Right.
So with him kind of like now in his own clean air, not under any real pressure, I wouldn't be shocked if maybe later in the stint he can maybe make some inroads on James and Gunnar, as these two will, as much as they probably want to look after their tyres, I mean, they're both going to want to put the first dagger in the other one, you know what I mean?
100%.
So
100%.
I wouldn't be shocked to see them two maybe make a little bit of a gap now and then Ozers be able to make it up later in the race. Whale, by the way, Ryanair finds himself wide around turn 4.
There was
and
body
now Ferraris...
It looked like off the Ryanair's cover.
Ferraris might find themselves in 3rd and 4th, which is pretty big for them. Gunnar, I can just see his fuel light is flashing, so he's obviously underfueled a little bit for the race, which is fine. I did a practice race yesterday, and I pretty much ended on the exact same fuel I started with. But if Gunnar leads the whole way and is never in anyone's DRS, it might be a little bit difficult to make up that fuel. But at this current stage in the race, if he thinks that might be an issue, he could just let James go, to be honest.
Yeah.
James has a lot more battery than Gunnar right now. Gunnar's down to 15%, and James is sitting in the mid to high 50s. So I could see, obviously James probably isn't aware of this, but yeah, he's going to make a move into turn 4 here. On the straight, there's definitely nothing Gunnar can do to defend. He's flashing, he's less than 10% battery, his power's cut off, and James takes the lead into turn 4. So that is the first indication of what we're going to see between the two of these. James looked after his battery quite nicely there. A little further down, Craigery and Chewbacca side by side here. And Chewbacca down the inside of that fast right-hander somehow makes that work, and here comes Avi. I'm not sure what happened to Avi. He found himself up to 8th or 9th at one point, didn't he?
Not to my memory. First I saw Avi, he was behind Batty, and they did swap positions. Avi, though, did set the fastest lap on the last lap of the race, so is looking to come through the field. I think, for himself personally, he'll probably be looking for 3rd at most. Like you said, he doesn't want to get involved, but he is now coming up behind Chewbacca down the straight.
As Gunnar takes the lead also, back off James. There, bit of seesawing between these two, but this will help them break away from everyone behind, to be fair.
And Avi does take 10th there with a little help of slipstream from the Haas ahead.
James looking to take the step back off Gunnar.
Oh, Chewbacca.
That is Chewbacca. That's a shame. He was driving quite well. Gunnar gets James back again. They've swapped 3 times this lap already. And look at the Ferraris now. It was up to 2.3, 2.4. Back down to 1.6 now. These two should not be doing this. Who's ahead right now doesn't matter that much for you to risk getting back into the... Like,
well, I would
both
argue...
these drivers back themselves to beat the other guy.
Yeah.
I don't think either of them should want there to be any other influence in this fight. They should both want to just, be the one to
I would argue for
than
James
one-on-one.
this is maybe a better strategy than it is for Gunnar. The more people involved for James, the more chance Gunnar loses positions. So maybe for James there is a little bit of tactic of let's bring Ryan back into the fight and try and help me out.
Yes, James would like Ryan involved. That's very true. James would very much like Ryan to be involved here. Totally agree with that. But yeah, Gunnar looks to be maybe just a little bit more aggressive with his driving technique right now than James. Maybe Gunnar's looking for an earlier pit stop perhaps than James is, because James looks like he's just being a little bit more smooth on his steering wheel and his throttle inputs than Gunnar. So yeah, but look at Ozers now.
Ozers is right there. He will be within DRS if he keeps up this pace going into as Chris gets our first penalty.
First penalty
of the race.
First of many, likely, because those Senna S's are not
Forgive
easy to keep on the track, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, Ryan being back with his train is very good for James, I think. Because Ryan, I saw Ryan in the practice race yesterday, and his best trait was his tyre wear for sure. He was looking after his tyres really, really nicely the entire way through. I just was helping them out a bit, so I did the practice race with him, even though I'm not racing, and Ryan's tyre wear was actually better than mine. So,
and
he's really strong with it.
And an update from down the field, Avi has just taken 8th from Gaza, and is now only 2 seconds behind this DRS train for first. Is he maybe in potential for a win here even still?
Yeah, I mean, if he's fine with getting involved, I mean, as I've said, it doesn't matter. It kind of just doesn't matter how it looks for Avi. He just finds a way to end up at the front, and I don't really know how. It just keeps happening. So,
I mean, his pace has been superb. He did pull out 2.5 seconds from Gregory there.
Gregory, yeah, very true. Very true. We've got a DRS train the whole way down to 7th, and I do think that'll be 8th before too long, because Avi's pace is pretty stunning right now. Obviously, lose every lap on the main straight to these guys, but in the middle sector he'll have less dirty air. Although it looks like
Colin is falling out. Yeah. Which like probably helps Avi also.
James looks to make the move into turn 1 here, and he goes for it. Gunnar lets him go. I suppose James can afford to be a little bit more aggressive here, because if something happens that they both end up out, that's fine by James.
Yeah, it's better for James, absolutely.
And
Ozers is looking here also.
And Ozer's gotten careless about what's going on. James goes for it down the inside. Surely he backs out of this. They both have 0 ERS.
Round the outside of the
outside.
It's outrageous.
What a move from James. What an incredible move. Wowee. That's amazing work. We've got
that was fantastic.
Look at Ozer's battery compared to the front two, by the way. I wouldn't be shocked to see Ozers make a move on both of these guys.
And everyone down to Ryan. Those 3 of them, including Ryan, have over 80%. The leaders only have 40.
Yeah. Now, obviously, Ozers doesn't know both these guys are on like nothing, but if he does, he could just...
I think he will halfway down the straight when Gunnar starts flashing his light.
They're both flashing. Ozers goes for an undercut. Wow, I'm quite shocked at that. I can say he's got a 10-second penalty for spinning the pits. No, Ozers, no. No. That
does put Whale in position to win his first race if he can keep up with the pace he's leading to.
Come on, Whale. I want to see it. It needs to happen.
And Vassi moves himself up into 9th also for my fellow Vassi enjoys out there.
Yes, and there are a lot.
There's at least 4 of us.
Ryan Eyre looks lightning fast right now. His car, like if you just go on board with him for a lap, it looks like he's just not struggling with grip whatsoever. You know, like the car is just doing exactly what he wants from it. He's able to place it wherever he wants. Yeah, he's definitely in a good spot. Let's see, did the front two go for battle again?
An update on Godzilla's push for first. He has gained 5 positions so far in the race, so
Yeah,
Still
good
on.
from Godzilla so far. Let's see what Ozers can do on these new tires. It's a real shame of that 10-second penalty. I'm shocked at how early he pitted. But, yeah, let's see what he can do with this big undercut. I just don't know if I think it's the right decision, but, you know. Could we see Wheel make a move on Gunnar here? No. Gunnar and James are pushing each other so hard. This is what I'm saying. Like, I think if this is any other race, that, like, James and Gunnar are probably just happy to just swap on the main straight every lap and stay out in front and not worry about it, and then battle at the end. But with so much pressure, they just can't help themselves, but they try and put the other one off a bit and they just want to be ahead at all times, even if it's not that important right now. So I'm fine with it if it's making if we're seeing moves like what we saw James make there. I am totally okay with these guys racing away all race, fine by me. Let's see, does Gunnar make a push for it into turn 1 here? He has a little bit less battery than James.
Look quite a long way back also.
No, he's not. Yeah, he's no chance.
Unless
James
he
is setting
sends
up
it
the
up the
battery.
inside.
Ryan Err speeds into the pit lane as well. He was in such a good spot, and that's really gonna not be nice on his opportunity to help James out here.
But it is fantastic for Whale.
Oh my god, it is. It is, you're so right.
The good luck to the two leaders and Whale as Godzilla retires.
Yep, in the pit lane, which is not allowed in this league, so we'd get a week's ban for that. Unless he has unfixable rear wing damage, that's totally fine then.
The good luck to Whale and the 2 championship protagonists that was put in the chat has come out fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, Gunnar made a mistake there. Look at the gap between him and James.
And it might jump over a second here. It does.
Will it at the detection point? Both are looking for a good last corner here. James has had a nice one. Gunnar not so much. Gunnar will not have DRS this lap. And look at Whale. Look at the
Whale
battery he's got
Wheel.
here. Does Gunnar pit? Gunnar pits for the undercut. I think that's wise after that mistake from him. I do think that is very wise. Now James needs. Does James pit this lap? Does he react, or does he just back himself in the overcut to be able to catch up and make the pass? I mean, it looks like his tyre wear certainly better. He just dropped it DRS there.
I have awful news.
What?
My game just crashed.
Oh, you're joking. I can invite you back.
Okay.
Tell me when you've reloaded it, like, back up. Chris, with his second 3-second penalty of the race, that's pretty rough for him. I'm sure he's not too pleased about that. I am getting the communicating online services thing at the top, but like I'm still watching the racing fine, so shouldn't be any issue at all. Let's see, does James pit in this lap? Does he pit? Let's see, does he react to Gunnar? He does indeed. Does Whale? If I'm Whale, I think I stay out another lap. Whale's sped in the pit lane, surely. No, he hasn't. James is safe. I think James is just very, very safe there. You're back on? You're not sharing your audio? Okay. You still have the option to, yeah? Okay. Do you want me to invite you? Okay, no worries. Just tell me when. Sorry about this. Let's see. Here's James out. James is out. Right behind Gunnar. This is great for James. He now has a tyre advantage by a lap, and he's right with him. Clean air in front of Gunnar. This is still a straight up race. Wales involved as well. Difference is James has... Okay, I'll invite you now. So James has come out of the pits a lap later. So he's got a lap fresher tyres, and he's right in Gunnar's DRS. So theory tells me, if James is able to drop Gunnar when they started on the same tyres, why would he not be able to do it later in the race when he's got a lap fresher? You know? Eke I've just shot out to him, finds himself in P4, obviously after the pit stops, but P4 for Kev is great to see. Good stuff from him, and he's trundling about quite nicely, not getting into any drama. He's not too far behind Chris, who's the leader of the race right now, so yeah, I'm sure he's delighted about that. Look at the gap Ozers has on Gunnar from his undercut. I guess it was quite a substantial, it was like lap 80 pitted, but he's ahead of Gunnar by 5 seconds. I wouldn't be shocked if Ozers is doing a 2-stop, though. I don't see how he can make these hards last to the end of the race, at least where they're usable.
No, but with that 10-second penalty, the 2-stop might not be ideal.
No, exactly. Yeah, you don't want that at all. Avi Tyrrell, by the way, look at where he is right now.
Right
Obviously,
up.
he's undercuts. He has undercuts. So he's on 3-lap old tyres, whereas Whale James are on 1, Gunnar on 2, and Ozers on 5. But Avi's good at looking after his tyres, so yeah, he's right in this now. Not sure, maybe at the end of the race he might fall off a little bit, but as of right now, he's certainly he's fine. Let's see, does James go for the move on Gunnar this lap and just try lay down the gauntlet with his better tyres? Or is he happy to sit behind for a couple of laps and just kind of let Gunnar push? Avi looking for a wheel here. Looks like he's happy to not make the move there, that corner, but into turn 4, he does have a little snap in the exit of turn 1, so he has the battery to do it here. I'm not sure though if he has the gap. No, he doesn't. He's turned off his ERS. He knows that's futile for now. James happy to stay behind Gunnar here. He's not going to push for that move into first place.
No, and he definitely could have as well. He was looking dangerous going into turn 4 there.
Ozer spins! Ozer spins out of the net race lead right now. He comes back onto the track right in front of Gunnar, therefore giving him DRS. So that really shakes it up. That shakes things up big time. Because now Gunnar will have Ozer's DRS, and it is now significantly more difficult for James to make this move on Gunnar for the race lead. I bet you he wishes he did that lap now. I'm sure he was thinking, for flip's sake. Gonna have a wee look at Gaza here as he looks to make a move on Ben down the inside. Yeah, easy as you like. Looks like Ben had no intention of making that difficult for him in any way, really. Chris
he is on 14 lap old mediums, Ben.
Yeah. Gunnar, yeah, just holds that position now. This is going to be really difficult for James now to actually manage to make this move on Gunnar. He'll need to try and get Ozers at the same time Gunnar gets Ozers, if you know what I mean. Ozers, however, stuck behind Akakev right now.
You do have to wonder how Akakev is going to affect this here. He's on 15 lap old hards.
Yeah, I'm sure Ozers is not going to be happy with effectively just having to push him around the track through this whole sector 2, where it's very difficult to make a move.
But this is going to group up everyone as far back as Ryan here, and all of them are going to have DRS on the car ahead. So battery saving becomes the most important part. Ozers does go for it.
And Kev no.
And Gunnar might be able to get him as well around the outside here, which would be huge to put a car between him and James going onto the back straight.
He makes
does
it work.
And James gets stuck behind.
James! Kev gets squirrely, but it's alright. James at least has the DRS for this lap. He has more battery than Gunnar. I would assume he'll be fine in being able to
That was huge for Gunnar.
Look at Whale clearly has less downforce than James. He does not try and make the move into turn 1. But he got
Will he go for it into turn 4 though?
He might do. He has more battery. He has lower downforce. So
he is using his battery coming out of turn 3 now.
No, he's
not using it down the straight though.
I think Whale is very happy to just sit here right now. He's probably guessing there's going to be tears between the front two if this carries on for the entire race. So this is I think he's pretty happy with sitting in P3 right now. Ozers now is caught up to Tolu, the last of the pitters. So I think probably navigating around him this lap is pretty important. Tolu's gone 16 laps on the medium tyres, which is very impressive, I guess. He's just trying something different after his mess up in qualifying. Let's see, good last corner from Ozers. Should be able to make the move here, though Tolu did have 100% coming onto this straight, 100% battery. Looks like Tolu's just
looks
going
like Tolu's coming in anyway.
Yep. We'll have a look at Avi here as he looks to make a move on wheel. No, he thinks better of it. These our top 5 are very obviously our top 5 now, aren't they? They're
Yes, I think so.
To the next racer. Or sorry, our top 6, not our top 5.
Yeah, our top 6. I mean, you do have to say it looks like they're all sort of conserving at the moment. Ozer's potentially trying to extend those hard tires as long as he can.
I don't know if he's on a 2-stopper or if he was just wanting to do the undercut to find himself up here.
I think
sure.
given the penalty, personally I would opt for the 2-stop just to try and make up as much of that 10 seconds as you can.
Yeah, just try and do something.
Currently, if he were to not pit and take these to the end, I mean he would drop to come the end of the race probably 6th, but is there a chance if with maybe 10 laps to go he straps on a pair of mediums and goes for it? How many of those places can he make back up?
I have no idea. It'll be very interesting. Gunnar and James completely equal on ERS right now, by the way. Well, Gunnar's turned his off, but yeah, Gunnar potentially looking to make the move into turn 4 here. No, it looks to me like he's pretty comfortable. Look at James though. Let's have a look at James here behind Gunnar. Knows that any opportunity he has to make this move is very, very important. Unless Ozer's tyres fall off a complete cliff and they're both able to just fly past him, no problem.
I am surprised by Ryan's lack of pushing here, because he does have that 3-second penalty, so currently he would stay in position, but you can't imagine he'll be able to get any higher than 6th. So maybe
I think he probably. Here's the thing, like I think everyone here knows that Avi is on raw pace the fastest guy here, so that is a mental thing. Like Ryan's thinking, what's the point? You know what I mean? What's the point of me trying to pass him if he's faster than me? He'll just get me back.
Oh, there is a mistake there from Avi though.
Yeah,
little slip coming out the final corner.
He's okay.
Ryan
These top 6 are so close. Gunnar looks to make a move on Ozer's here, I think. James is right up with him. Gunnar does not make it. Ozer's just really good job of saving his battery and just letting him use it all into that turn 1 right there, and still have some left for turn 4.
But James does have the least of the top 3.
Look at Wheel. Look at Wheel.
Whale behind does have 20% more than James. Can't quite make the move into turn 4 there.
Not quite. Flip. This is so close between these guys. Steersy asks in the chat, who's the handsome co-coms? That's Ollie. He's not in the league. If you're asking like for someone that,
I think he needs you.
Thought you knew the name, but I think you're right. You know what? That makes sense to me. Chris, by the way, much newer tyres than everyone else, and because the pace of the group in front is going at the pace of Ozers, who's on 11 lap O's, rather than the pace of Gunnar or James, who's on 8 and 7. Chris has quite a big pace advantage over all these guys. If he doesn't have 6 seconds of penalties, I wouldn't be shocked to see him making.
Well, yes, but
becoming
currently
an interesting part of this race.
With the penalties, he would jump ahead of Ryan, so he is currently in a net 6th position.
Yeah, very true. Very, very true. That's an interesting overcut of his. Obviously, I'm not sure he knew it would work out with everyone being stuck at Ozer's pace. But regardless of whether he intended it or not, it's a great idea from him.
And for my Vati enjoyers, we are sat in 15th.
I've gone on board with him here. Looks to make a move on Kiernan. He's got the newer tyres. He's got the battery. Kiernan's going to start flashing now. There it is. And Vati looks to go around the outside into turn 1.
Go on, my son.
Defensive. They're so close. Outside of turn 1 becomes inside of turn 2.
That is gorgeous.
And then Kieran has the inside of turn 3. That is fantastic
beautiful from Vati.
What a move, Vati. And great clean driving from Kieran as well. That's fantastic to see.
Well, Kieran is coming back here.
Into turn 4 down the inside.
Little bit of wheel banging.
And switchback for Vati? Potentially no. Kieran keeps the move. Great racing from the two of them.
And I would like to say for context here, Vati has 3 seconds and Kieran has 6 of penalties, so this is all pointless.
Yeah, it's for the love of the sport, really.
It's for the love of the game, and for the fact of Vati just to show him who's boss, I think.
Yeah. Here comes Gaza, looking to make a move on Gregory here. Gregory goes into the pits. He started on the hard tire. No, he didn't. Okay, Gregory's 2 stopping it.
Oh, Kiernan spun, I think. Vati is ahead.
Kiernan, yeah. Vati finds himself ahead quite nicely now. Good for Vati. Good stuff.
That's what I like to see.
You like to see Kiernan spinning?
No, Vati doing that.
Vati getting a position. Oh no.
Oh, Vati!
Oh, Vati, no. Oh god. No. That's got him. Are you shocked at Ozer's ability to keep the lead here? I'm going to watch Gunnar for a lap and see if he has been trying to get him or if he's just kind of really happy to sit behind.
I mean, I am and I'm also not.
We have a back marker, Chewbacca here.
90% battery.
Chewbacca's not getting out of the way. What's he doing?
I think Ozers is trying to stay behind here.
Maybe.
To get the DRS, which he has done because now he passed. And
he does get it, yeah, you're right.
If that helps anyone in this situation, I think it helps James more than anyone because it doesn't allow Gunnar to put the car of Ozers between the two of them. The longer Ozers stays in this position, which bear in mind is a position that would not win him the race. He does have a 10-second time penalty. The longer he stays ahead of Gunnar, the better this is for James. But also, and there is a huge crash.
Whoa, what happened?
Ozers just ran into the back of back marker. I don't know which one. Might be Chewbacca, and Gunnar now leads from James. Does Gunnar have damage though? Is the question.
No?
He did. There was someone stopped going into turn 4. It looked like it's Vati's car. Vati
oh my god! It was Vati's car from that's why retiring in the pits is banned. That's exactly why retiring from in the pits is banned. Oh.
And the race.
What has happened?
Has been ended.
What? Why have I got a black screen?
I also have a black screen. Loads of people got 10-second time penalties. It looked like the race ended.
What in God's name's going on here? Wales just put whale then in chat. This is the Ollie effect. I've never seen this shit happen before in my life.
Red flag.
Oh, it's a red flag, is it? Oh shit, it's a red flag for the crash, is it? Oh my god, it is.
Looks like it.
Oh, I thought it was just a glitch. It's a red flag. I've never seen one before. We've always turned them on. We've always had them turned on, but I've literally never seen a red flag before. Holy moly. Oh, this is exciting. I thought the game had glitched and we're going to have to restart and do a 10-lap race or something.
And this means...
Will said that's why you don't retire in the pits. Very true. Yeah, because Valley retired in the pits and then his AI came out onto the track and then stopped, obviously, because he'd retired. And that's exactly why we give wristbands for doing that.
I think he stopped at about 150 yards to turn 4. Which is why Ozers decided to...
another thing is this league specifically has ghosting turned off. So...
Yeah. What this does mean now, though, when
the lobby's fucked, it looks like the red flag is glitched.
Oh, no. I was just about to run through the starting grid under the red flag conditions as well.
So it looks like Vati has actually just ruined the championship. To all the Vati fans. Out there, your guy has kind of actually just messed it up for everybody. By doing something that we have, if a full-time driver does it, their team loses 5 or 10 points, I can't remember. And if a reserve does it, they get a week ban. And this is exactly why. Oh.
I'd like to say I just turned on the Arsenal game and they were taking a corner kick.
Yes, that's interesting, yes. I wonder, considering I assume we're going to have to do a lobby reset and just run a 25% race or something.
There were 13 laps left.
Yeah. But I think you can only do 5 to 25, go up to that.
Is there not a 20% option, 15% option?
I don't believe so. I could be wrong. If there is, that would be what we should do, but I don't believe so. Or maybe it is a red flag. Look, it says we're starting in 25 seconds.
It does say we're starting in 23 seconds, but it also says
a red flag. Well, we'll see. We'll see what's about to happen. We're all along for the ride together, you know?
It does say there are only 16 cars left. Were there 3 retirements?
Yes.
I saw Chewbacca left.
Chewbacca Godzilla, and Ozers and Vadis. So 16, yeah.
Wow.
We're back!
We are back!
Well, oh no, this is
Gunnar
fucked.
from
No,
James
no.
from
No, the whole
Wales.
thing's messed up because Gunnar has old tires and James has new ones. There's no way we can run this. Yeah, there's no way we're running this, right? We should all just retire, right? Because this is not fair at all. We're definitely going to have to retire and run.
It might just be a skill issue.
25%.
Who knows?
Unless
As James goes for the lead, Gunnar's looking to defend. Unless Gunnar didn't have any fresh tyres left to use.
I mean, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we haven't seen any announcements saying that we're to... I mean, I assume people saw the black screen, which tells me, at least some people weren't able to change their tyres, whereas people like James and Ryanair were able to, so...
But James has a penalty.
Yeah, he got a penalty in turn 1 there. But I doubt it's going to matter, because he'll drop Gunnar by 3 seconds, no problem, if these tyres are true. This is a good point, Guptamex. James might have picked balanced tyre set, which is why he's got 2 fresh sets of mediums to use, whereas Gunnar and whoever else only has 1. Yeah, because they would have chosen medium, because they were in hards when that safety car came out.
Yeah.
So I say what's happened is they've chosen mediums, thinking... It started raining! Oh my god, it started raining! It
has started raining.
It's not over!
James needs to make the move as soon as possible here on Gunnar.
James needs to make this
as much of an advantage
going
into the crossover period.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe what I'm watching. But James, maybe there's a visual glitch for us, because James's pace does not indicate a man on new mediums versus Gunnar on 14 lap old mediums. So maybe Gunnar's just
It does
on
not
mediums
at all.
too. Maybe Gunnar's just on new mediums too, and it's some kind of visual glitch. Bro, this is the craziest finale I've ever watched in my life. What is... I've never... Bro, red flags came out in F1 24. This is the first one I've ever seen. We're doing going on? What is happening? But yeah, this tells me James does not have this tyre advantage, because there's just no way this could happen, like with the pace advantage. He should be like 2 seconds a lap faster. Gunnar
comes in.
It's not time for the entry. It is not time.
But will it be by the time that James has come back around?
Ollie, I'm gonna throw up.
It is now all about how quick this rain comes down onto the track for who wins the title.
Oh my! James has a 3-second penalty, but if
2 laps worth of this level of rain.
There it is. It's now Inter's weather. I think Gunnar has made the correct decision. It is now Inter's weather.
I'm seeing circles.
Yeah, I'm seeing circles in the road. Let's see how bad it is for James, because Inter's on a dry track
and he is sliding. Yeah, he is sliding, going through turn 7.
Yeah. Looks to me like the title's over for James here, because even if he does come out like level with him or whatever, he has that 3-second penalty. He needed this to be the right decision to get more than a 3-second gap,
Yep.
And looks like we're not going to see Wales' first race win either. And maybe we get another red flag. Oh.
That's a big slide out the last corner here.
Yeah.
James just needs to keep it on the track to have any chance whatsoever.
I'm on board
if we
with
do
Gunnar
get
here.
a safety car or a red flag.
Gunnar, Avi stays out. Do you think the rain's going to stop again? There's not a chance that the rain
it doesn't look like
right?
it to me, but...
No, it doesn't look like it. Let's see. James is out of the pit. Yo. No, James not out of the pit stop. I thought he was out of his box. Gunnar's going to take the lead here. Is James at least going to come out in 2nd place? Let's see. I mean, yeah, DRS disabled. It's now certain.
James might not lose. James might not lose it here.
He will. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, he will. Sorry. Yes, he will.
Yeah. That is heartbreak for James. If he doesn't have that 3-second penalty, there's still a chance, but I just don't see a world where he can overtake and then drop him by unless Gunnar's running much lower wings, not expecting the rain to come. Because I guess the red flag will mean a lot of time has passed. So maybe he didn't expect it and he's gone. I mean, doesn't look like Gunnar has much grip out there. Looks like James is already a lot feeling a lot. I mean, he's sliding, but he looks faster to me. Gunnar has a lot on.
Oh, and James
Oh
with a
my
huge
god,
slide.
James! Oh my god, it's desperation time for James here. Desperation times for James. It's now 2 seconds the gap between James and Gunnar. No, Avi's just staying out thinking he can make it to the end. There's only 7 laps left.
I think what Avi is hoping here is that they don't catch by as much to overtake, but he does have 13 seconds of penalties.
Oh, yes, 13 seconds. Oh, never mind. He knows it's over. I mean, it looks to me like James has potential for quite a bit more pace than Gunnar, but he's just... You know, he knows that the title depends on this, and he's fighting way too hard with the car, and the car is not happy with how he's handling it. I mean, Gunnar's... Yeah, this is crazy here. This is crazy.
Gunnar is
to
just
watch.
pulling away lap by lap.
Yeah, he is right now. I mean, Whale could be on for a P2. That's good for Whale. That's damn good. Come on, Whale.
I mean, currently he is in position for it, yep.
Yeah, oh, I mean, a world where we get a Whale race win would just move me, man, but I can't see it happening here. I mean, Avi's lost, 6 seconds that lap? 7 seconds? Yep. He's definitely made the wrong decision. Without a shadow of a doubt here. Complete.
Is that Avi going slowly? It is.
Yeah. Gunnar had a really terrible last corner there, and just like that, James is a lot closer than he was before. This isn't over yet, Ollie. This is not over yet.
It just takes one mistake from Gunnar, and this is back in James's hands.
I mean, watching these two drive, it looks like it's very easy to make a mistake when you know the championship is literally on the line. Gunnar wide into turn 1. James a lot more narrow, but probably similar speeds around it. It is so slippery out there right now. And this is some way to decide to try. I wish James didn't have a penalty. That would be so interesting.
Gunnar might still get a penalty. He's going to go off the track more often in these conditions.
I'm going to have a look
at 3 seconds
race
is not
director
out.
here. I'm going to have a look at his race director, see if he's on 2 warnings right now. He's not. He's on 1. Gunnar can afford to go off track and still not get a penalty. But James is clearly the faster of the two.
He has 5.5 laps to keep himself on the track.
Yeah, James has this time to make the move and gap by 3 seconds. I mean, he'll need a mistake from Gunnar. Gunnar can drive a little bit slower than what he's capable of and survive, you know? That's all he needs to do right now. He needs to survive. James needs to attack. Sorry if we're maybe at this end point neglecting the rest of the field a little bit, but there's no cars that are that close together, and this is for the championship, so I think it's entirely fair.
I would like to shout out to the Haas in 6th. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he was down
just
fighting with Robin. Robin was fighting with Vati at one point, so shout out to him for being 6th.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah, he's utilised the red flag to his advantage, or maybe he was already up there, I can't remember. James clearly, this is so frustrating for him because he clearly does have a pace advantage over Gunnar, but it's just so difficult to pass with no DRS in these conditions, you know? Gonna have a quick look at Admiral here as he's right on the back of Ryanair. That's really rough for the... Oh no, never mind, nothing. Ignore I said anything.
Will do.
I said anything. Yeah, cheers.
Diego Simeone just tried to fight Calafiore. I'm loving this.
Did he? Oh, class. Is it still 2-1 aggregate?
Shut up.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. That's a shame. Yeah,
and Arsenal in the Champions League final.
It looks to me like this gap between James just can't make up. He's faster, but he's not enough faster to be able to make the move for the win here. And if he had no pens, then this would be really interesting. But even if he is able to make the move, I just don't think he'll have left himself enough time to gap by 3 seconds here. But all he needs to do right now is keep the pressure up as much as he physically can. And just hope Gunnar finds himself making a mistake, which is possible. These conditions are pretty treacherous right now, and that curb at the outside of turn 4 in the exit. I mean, if you hit that wrong and put the power down too much, you're in the wall. So it's not over right now, but I think the destiny of the title contenders is more in Gunnar's hands right now than in James's.
100%. He just needs to keep it on the track. He could maybe even let James go at this point. I don't think it's going to matter. Currently, as long as he keeps it within those white lines at the either side of his car, he will be the champion in 3 laps' time.
Yeah, which is... I'm just going to check if you can cover for me for 20 seconds here how many championships Gunnar has won, because it definitely won't be his first.
James is half-second back coming out of the final corner. Obviously no DRS under these conditions. It looks like Gunnar might just have a little bit more... a little bit less downforce, which might be where James is finding that tiny bit of pace, because on the straight, even using full deployment and Gunnar harvesting, he is just not
good
gaining
exit for James
at
here.
all. That is good out of the S's.
Is
Gunnar going to let him go, or is he going to fight for this position? I think he's got to fight, to be honest, just to be sure. And James just doesn't have the power behind that V-carb to get past Gunnar.
I believe Gunnar is a one-time drivers champion and a one-time constructors. I believe. Could be wrong in that. But James has never won a title before. He might be a constructors at some point, but he's definitely never won a drivers.
I mean, he has a constructors this year, which is
true. Yes, very true.
Something to be proud of.
Yeah.
But it's obviously not what he came into this race looking for.
Gunnar is sliding into every single corner here. But I just don't think James has the straight line. It doesn't matter how close he is, really. Gunnar just has less downforce. Oh my goodness.
He is 2 attempts closer coming out of the final corner, but that exit is awful from James, which was much better last time. He wants it too much. He's overusing the battery, overdriving the car. You can tell how much he wants it.
Yeah.
But it is just not coming to him unless Gunnar makes mistakes in these final 2 laps. 3 laps. My apologies.
Yeah, true. Admiral is very close under Ryanair here in the battle for 8th. We'll just have a quick look at this as they're on the straight. Gupta makes a good point. He says any chance of James's penalty being removable. He is on exactly 3 warnings, I believe. So if one of them was gained by being pushed off track, we'll be able to remove it. But I think that's probably a pretty unlikely chance. I mean, it is easy to just go off 3 times over, a lap of this or a race.
Yes, however, if you do look, 2 of them were on the same lap on 25. So maybe if we go back and look.
Maybe, yeah. There's a chance.
And they were on the 25 was the final lap before the red flag.
Yeah, then I definitely need to make sure I get race director after this. Gunnar, another pretty rough exit there. They're sliding about everybody.
James just needs to get it together through this final corner and not mess up like he did last time. That's much better. He's smoother on the power, doesn't overuse the battery, deploys it at a good time when the car's settled. He's about a 10th closer than he was last time he was in this good of a position, but look at the way Gunnar's car just pulls away on the straight. He used 50% of his battery in games, 1/10.
This is where James is at his strongest, I think, around this part, and look, Gunnar just so squirrely in the exit. James needs to lunge this realistically. If it's dirty,
he does need to just go for it. If he's got any chance of winning this title, he's only got 2 more overtaking opportunities realistically.
He's got too much honour.
And into turn 4. Turn 1 and turn 4, you'd have to say that only real overtaking opportunities left for him now. Although we did see him obviously overtake around the outside of turn 6 in the dry.
It's so
under
close.
These conditions, I can't see him doing that given how they were both Tokyo drifting through turn 6.
They're both overheated these tyres so badly because they're just trying so hard.
And that's brought 1 man into the fight and 1 man only. Whale.
Come on, Wheel! Come on, boy. Gunnar slides around the penultimate corner. Can James get the exit?
Oh, he just touches the curb on the entry. That's very close.
He gets a great exit. He's the closest he's ever been yet. Here we go.
Does he go for it into turn 1? Does he wait until turn 4?
He needs to lunge this into turn 1. He needs to. He's closest he's been. I just don't think it's close enough. It's not. He doesn't go for it. Gunnar slides into turn 1 though. James, can he get the exit? Oh, he's so close.
Second lap and
slides
a better exit for James.
Here we go,
And
they're
he
side by
falls
side.
alongside.
James must go for this. Gunnar just has more battery. He can't go for it. Gunnar slides again. James just cannot find a way through. Gunnar is playing this to perfection. They're sliding every single corner. Wheel is just praying to the gods that there's some kind of incident here and he can get his first win, but it's just not happening. The two title contenders just have too much respect for each other on track.
And James got an awful turn 7 there. You can't even imagine he's going to be able to make a last-minute dive into the final corner and maybe upset Gunnar, catch him slipping. But
it is just
looks like Gunnar has this title wrapped up.
Yeah, he slides. James slides worse. Wheel slides behind them both. They're pushing literally to the absolute limit in this weather, and Gunnar's had a good enough exit, and that will be enough. Gunnar on the final straight, just make sure he doesn't slide it anymore now. And here he comes across the line to win the championship, the Tuesday title. Fantastic work from these top three, and congratulations Gunnar on a well-deserved championship. Brilliant, brilliant work. Whale comes across in P2. James, commiserations. It was so hardly fought for. Finds himself in third. Colin with a great P4. Gaza finds himself in a surprising P5. Robin with an amazing P6. Admiral P7 after penalties are applied. Gregory 8th. Tolu in 9th. Ryanair down in 10th. Avi, the strategy just did not work right for him. Finds himself in 11th place. Chris in 12th. Kev 13th, coming across the line to finish now. Kiernan spins on the final corner, so we will not be finishing 14th. That will be Ben. Finds 14th now with Kiernan 15th. And our retirees are Ozers, Chewbacca, Vadi and Codzilla of the final race of the season. That was pretty damn crazy at the end there.
It was the
insane.
Best race of Tuesday League I've ever watched.
It was the best race of Tuesday you've ever watched. That's absolutely correct, yeah. And Ollie, you have the pleasure of deciding who our driver of the day is for today. That is all
I'm going to give it. Is it purely for the race?
Whatever you want. I don't really care. It's completely up to you.
Purely for the race, I'm going to give it to Robin. That
Robin,
did not really look like it was competing at all. And then somehow, some way, from the red flags, he found his way up into 6th place. Fantastic performance.
Fantastic work from Robin. I'm just going to look at the race director, get that in the stream. I'm glad I've remembered. Yeah, that was one of the craziest title finales I've ever seen. But wow, that was great fun. And congratulations once again to Gunnar. Just an insane race, and he played that perfectly after the red flag at the end. He really did. There we go. So thank you, Ollie, for joining me for that final race of the season. Congrats to everyone. Congrats to everyone who competed. It made it very enjoyable for me. I only showed up for comms for like the last 5 or 6 races, but yeah, they were all fantastic, and just massive props to James and Gunnar for bringing the title to the absolute limit. So yeah, really, really great job from everyone. But that'll do it for us for the week and for the season. We will be, I don't know if it's streamed, but we will be back just from next week for a mini F2 season. It's not, I don't even know if we're tracking points, but we'll have a wee F2 race every Tuesday night for fun. And so if that's streamed, then absolutely feel free to tune into that. And if not, then feel free to join to race it too if you're watching and you're not in the league. But yeah, that'll be it for us. Thanks very much, Ollie, once again for
of course, thank you for having me.
And we wish Hilly to get well soon.
Yes, absolutely.
Obviously, he's not making it, but yeah, that was fantastic work. Any final words, Ollie, for the season?
Hopefully, I'm back at the end of next season as well. Hopefully, not through injury or illness.
You're just back for every finale.
I'd like to be back for the finale if I'm welcomed.
Yeah, perfect. Right, thanks again, Ollie, and thanks everyone for watching. We're gonna head off now. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Oh shit.